KNICKS Rehab.
Here's ESPN's Bobby Marks breaking down this damn James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers for James. What's his name? Darius Garland.
Darius Garland
for James Harden. How does that rhyme? That's insane.
He's an afterthought, man.
James Harden for Darius Garland swap that we thought had some traction during the Clipper game last night, and it now becomes final. So Harden goes to Cleveland. Garland goes to the Clippers. There's a
feed you up, Bobby. What the fuck, man?
We talked about this at length on NBA Today. We'll go over the segment for people who were not watching. How did we get here? I think Wendy probably explained it the best here. Harden signed a 2-year contract in the offseason. The second year had partial in it, 13 and change. The Clippers had prioritized cap flexibility. It's a mutual team option, meaning that if Harden were to exercise the option and opt in, then the contract does not become fully guaranteed. There is a July 11th trigger date on here that becomes fully guaranteed. From the lens of James Harden, and I said it yesterday, I feel like it's the Olympics. Every 2 years, he has to be traded. 2021 to Houston. I mean, from Houston to Brooklyn, Brooklyn to Philly, Philly to Clippers, and now Clippers to Cleveland. I don't envy Clipper fans because it is like a roller coaster following this team here. Watching them last night, it felt like their soul was sucked out, and it's a shame because here's a team I think 17-6 in the last 23 and has regrouped. And now you trade a player in Harden who it could have been on the All-Star team here. For a 26-year-old, the oldest team in the NBA gets younger, and we'll go into the Garland part of it. For Harden, who had a $39.2 million salary, he is waiving his de facto no trade. It's not a true no trade clause. It's called 1-year bird restriction. Basically, what that means is that Harden re-signed with the Clippers with bird rights. The contract is only considered to be 1 year. We don't count the player option, and that puts the trade restriction as far as Harden having the ability to waive it. When he is traded, bird rights do not transfer over. So if Harden had opts out of his contract this summer here, they can only sign him for I think 120%. So it's not the end of the world here as far as where Harden is. He also had a trade bonus worth $2.3 million. That was as of today. Will probably be reduced if the deal doesn't happen today. That is going to be reduced probably, I would say 95% of it, because remember, Cleveland is a second apron team. Harden makes 39.2. Garland is at 39.4. If he added the $2.3 million trade bonus to it, then basically they would be taking on more salary in a deal. We put a video up earlier from NBA Today. You can kind of watch that and go through the cap mechanics there. You have a backcourt now of Harden and Mitchell, two of players that rank in the top 20 in usage. I do feel that Mitchell is better with the ball in his hand, not playing off the ball. We will see how that combination works. We will see if, because Harden had to give up 2 things, if next year becomes guaranteed or if there's a deal in the future here. But for Cleveland, a team that had turned it around a little bit here, you go Schroeder, Ellis, and Harden in the last 72 hours here. And they will be judged when we get to April, May, and June here. But you can't.
Yeah. All right. You ain't giving me the Clipper side, man. What are you talking about, my boss? You want to hear the rest of that or no?
No.
Okay. Me either. That's Bobby Marks, ESPN's Bobby Marks. Thank you, Bobby, for breaking it down. So James Harden took a pay cut to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers AllBall. Jesus Christ.
How much of a pay cut he took?
I mean, you can't just take away your own salary from this season, but he was due for a $2-point-something million signing bonus in June and July. He kind of is basically waiving the whole thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I don't know if we know James Harden is famous for, I'm going to talk to the next team so I can get my contract. That's what happened with the Nets to the Philly. He had a relationship with what's his name? Daryl Morey. Then with the Clippers, he knew he could get some bread out of that. And now he wanted to go to another place where he could get some more bread because the Clippers were not giving him, a 2-year extension, obviously. And Garland, I think with Cleveland, man, like Garland wasn't even playing. So now you got a guy who actually plays. He shows up maybe, like we talked about offline, AllBall, 1 playoff game per series. What are your thoughts real quick about James Harden going to Cleveland, AllBall?
I'm being honest. I don't understand. James Harden, who's ever his agent, who's ever his representative, shout out to them. I've never seen a player that didn't win anything get literally everything they want. Like when he don't want to be nowhere, ain't he from LA?
Yeah.
Bro, he don't even want to be home. So he just straight up tell you, I don't care about winning. I don't care about championships. I want my money. And I want it now. That's all he cares about. And for me, I'm going to just be brief. See, this is when you need owners with cojones. I wouldn't have traded the nigga. Stay here and be miserable. And if you don't want to play, I'm fining you. And once the season is over, bye, Felicia. I'm not giving him what he wants. That's the problem with today. Y'all giving these niggas too much power. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But James Harden just helps you understand the mindset of the players today. That's why so many bad teams and there's so few little good teams. These guys don't care about nothing but the money. They don't care where they play at. They don't care where they go. I don't know nobody that wants to leave LA and go to Cleveland. My kids never been to LA or Cleveland, but I guarantee you, from what they see and hear, y'all want to live in LA or Cleveland? Them niggas may go, what is Cleveland? Is that a person? So I don't get it. I don't understand it. But I'm just mad that a player like James Harden is able to just finesse his way through the league and just get whatever he wants. And if Cleveland gives him this money, he might have to be considered the GOAT when it comes to this. We got GOAT basketball players and we got GOATs that I'm doing what I want and I'm getting my money. There's nowhere in the world. Flea, you can have the floor. I don't even know what to say with this shit. This shit is insane, bro. And if I'm Kawhi, if I'm Ty Lue, if I'm that owner, I would find a way to. I don't want to get us kicked off YouTube. Go ahead.
Flea, before you go, yes or no, AllBall? Quick answer. Is James Harden a Yellow Jacket member, HOF, of Ocean's 11?
I'm gonna be real. If y'all ever see Ocean's 11, you know you got Brad Pitt, Clooney, they the top dogs. He might be a top dog. Just being honest with you, bro. Yo, Flea, where have you ever seen this at? Where have you ever seen a player like blatantly just tell you, I don't give a fuck about nothing. Whoever paying me, that's where I'm going. Championship? Fuck is that? I don't care about that. Winning? Home? Papa was a Rolling Stone. That song is for James Harden. Wherever he lay his hat was his home. That nigga is going for the money. Wow. Shit is sad, man. Shit is sad.
Flea, what are your thoughts? James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Darius Garland going to the Clippers now.
Well, I kind of figured at some point they was going to trade Garland. I kind of been talking about that for a little while. I'm like, at some point they got if he's not going to play, and obviously he's a good player when he's out there, but he's small, right? He's not very good on defense. Last year in Miami, they was hunting him on the offensive end. Tyler Hero was talking about how much they was hunting Darius Garland. So at some point they was going to get rid of him, and he's an injury-prone small guard. So I'm kind of glad to see him out of Cleveland when Cleveland is trying to win something over there. But in terms of just Harden being in Cleveland, it's a kind of thing for me. It don't move the needle for them. I keep hearing this is like the first play towards whatever LeBron potentially is going to be doing next year. That shit don't matter. I don't give a damn. So you're going to tell me now LeBron's going to come home and win a championship with James Harden?
Flea, just real quick.
Stop talking. I don't want to hear about stupid speculating shit like that no more. Who cares? Who cares? Good for LeBron to go back to Cleveland. They're not winning no championship. Not in this NBA.
It's another stat. He plays with another Hall of Famer, superstar / MVP. I heard I'm just telling you that's what I heard in the streets. He's trying to play with every superstar that's ever been born. And
that's the other thing that irks me. It's like every time I turn around, another nigga is playing with another superstar. Like I used to love the essence of loyalty. Like, okay, the game is great. Don't get me wrong, but I used to love how niggas used to like loyalty at one point. Like, this shit is weird now. It's weird.
No backbone.
It's weird. They giving out boatloads of money, right? So this is not pocket watching. They're giving out boatloads of money. So at the end of the day, all you niggas is getting paid. So why not love the game? Everybody gonna get a bag. If you really elite, you gonna get paid. One of these teams in the league are gonna pay you. Why not give a fuck about winning? Why not care about legacy? Why not care about, playing when it matters? All that type. I don't understand that. How does he get to say, I don't want to be here, and this shit happens in 24 hours, in less than 24 hours? How does this happen?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
I don't understand this. How does this happen?
Forget that part. If he gets what he's asking for in Cleveland, he needs to be investigated, bro. How are you doing this?
And then
how is this happening?
What are you paying for at the end of the day? At this stage, how is it worth it? How is it worth it? Honestly, the Clippers just kind of turned it around. They just kind of turned it around. They were dog shit to start this season. What are you getting? How is it $40 million a year for him? He wants that 2-year deal. 2 years for 80. You're going to pay him $40 million? Hell no. And you know what? There's a sucker born every day because some team is going to do it. Some team is going to pay him $40 million a year. To do what? He's not helping you win when it matters. Fuck the regular season. Miss me with that. We're talking about top level players, Hall of Fame level players. James Harden's the top 10 scorer of all time. He might be 8 now at this point. Where is he on the list, y'all? Somebody tell me. He's an easy first ballot Hall of Famer. He gonna walk through the door and just get paid nowadays just to be around? Nah, man. He ain't good enough. He ain't good enough. He doesn't affect winning enough. And Sugarman, we saw you in here earlier. We saw you, nigga.
He ducked in and ducked out.
We saw you, nigga.
He's 9th apparently all time. He just passed Shaq.
That's insane. He a bucket. You know he a bucket. But come on, it's like,
yeah.
What are you getting now from it, though?
But before
is it affecting winning?
Right, before Fabian goes fleet, because that's a great point. I'm seeing what Cherokee said, and y'all know, big shout out to the chat. I seen Mo in the building, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the elegant, exquisite. I seen Mo, you in the building. But chat, hit that like button, stay in them comments, engage. I gotta ask y'all because I love what Cherokee asks. Does he still sell tickets and fill seats? No. We have to start being honest. No. So for him to fathom, that's why I told you, Flea, when you was like, yo, man, we talked about certain places, you be like, that's the market. That's what makes this shit dangerous. For him to think he deserves 40 a year is insane. Insane. For him not to say, I'll take 2 years, 30 M's. Let's build this thing around and try to, because Fabian, before you go, let's be realistic. In Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell's not better than Kawhi. Is Mobley that much better than what's their big man out there in LA?
Zubac.
Is Mobley that much better than Zubac at this point?
Yeah.
He's that much better than Zubac?
That much better? I don't know
Right.
about the term that much better.
Right. So,
is he a better player? Yeah, for me.
But the point I'm trying to make is, what difference is he going to make in Cleveland? Okay, he's going to be there because Garland's always injured. Fabian, you got to have the floor. I just don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
Fabian, Harden is still a table setter. Does being a table setter, being able to get guys involved, because he still can do that, does that take Cleveland? Because you've always been out on Cleveland. So I want you to answer the Harden, your thoughts on the Harden trade, but also expound on, does that help them now? Because you've always been down on them not being really like that. Does that help them during playoff time?
James Harden is on pace to play 70 games, for the third straight season. Darius Garland played 70 games one time in the last 3 seasons. He's not on his way to playing 70 games this year. I think it does. I think it does help Cleveland, especially when you got Keon Ellis and Schroeder off the bench. I think they made up for the Hunter deal. He wasn't doing a lot. I think they're way more threatening than they were last week. Today they are. They're still soft, and they're talking about trading Jared Allen. The Mobley for Giannis thing is up in the air now, but Jared Allen is soft, and
they need to move one of them bigs.
They're gonna have to and they're blowing it up. This is the biggest blow up in Cleveland since LeBron left. Like they thought they were on the right page. Shout out to Kobe Altman, from Brooklyn. He's running the Cavaliers now. If the point is to win the chip, and you can do that, I would rather do it without LeBron if I'm him. But I think you're on the right path if James Harden is there and he's your third, fourth, fifth best player. Because now, to AllBall's point and your point, if I give you $40 million, you're gonna be being around thinking you're the second, third best player, thinking you got some weight around here, thinking you got to trap us into another deal. He's 36 years old, but I think he can still win you 1 game, 2 games in the playoffs. They need him for that because Donovan Mitchell and him still tough because we're gonna see the same thing we saw with Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. I don't know if this is a championship style matchup. You need to make James Harden as close to being the third or fourth, damn near a 6th man as much as possible. He's just old, and he gets gassed up too quickly, and he's gonna mislead you. So I think it's still a win for them because Garland wasn't playing for them. So if they could get 1 or 2 years with James Harden, and then we got to see how they follow that up. That's really the win. Because another rumor is that Donovan Mitchell doesn't want to re-sign the extension. So they're saying that he's unhappy. And usually, like we talked about with the Knicks don't give away extensions to Cat. There's no extension. Mitch, Deuce, Julius Randle, the list goes on. When the team isn't giving you an extension, they're in control. When a player says, I'm not signing no extension, and Donovan Mitchell has 2 years left on his contract, it's not 1 year left. He's saying he's giving those indications to the team. They got to make him happy. So it starts with the guy who is backcourt mate, who doesn't even show up ever, damn near, especially in the playoffs when it matters most. He's carrying the load. Bring in James Harden, see what you could do with the front court. We've got 48 hours left, apparently. And
I guess you could look at it like that. Just trying to swing for the fences to try to please Donovan Mitchell. I mean, you talking about bringing in, obviously we know what James Harden is. Like, it ain't like he's not one of the best players at his position of all time. Like, we get that. But all I'm saying is, how is he affecting winning, right, when it matters? You talking about a team that's been trying to get over the hump for a little while too. So now you bring him in there. Obviously, the ball moves. Obviously, he's going to set the table. Maybe you get Donovan Mitchell looking a little different now, as opposed to being so ball dominant. Maybe you get him moving off the basketball a little more. Maybe he gets a little more easier looks, right? Because he maybe wasn't getting easy looks with nobody to draw any other defenders off of him. So now you got James Harden. James Harden's going to keep the defense honest. So maybe that helps them. But in the playoffs, when it's time to win games in the fucking playoffs, another stinker in Game 7 last year against Denver. Another stinker, right? And we could run off the list of stinkers when it matters. He's that type of player you want to show it when it matters. He's not a role player. He's not some guy that's just like, thank you for your contribution. Nah, what we've been asking for him is, show it when it matters because you're one of them guys on all the teams he's been on. So you bringing him here to make Donovan Mitchell happy, essentially, or like Fabian said, 48 hours. Okay, what you going to do for us in 2026 playoffs? Kind of forget the regular season at this point. This is a playoff move, no?
Absolutely. I think so.
All right, so
yeah, I agree with both of y'all. I don't get it. I've been saying this for a while. I don't understand how these organizations and some of us as fans is expecting these guys that have been in the league 20 years to go to a team and get them over the hump. A la LeBron, a la KD, now a la James Harden. If your goal was to win a championship, how does this make you a championship contending team? Now, I get it if we got to make a move to get rid of Garland. But like Fleet just said, players like this, they don't take back seats to nobody. Harden ain't taking no back seat to no Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, you may have to take a back seat to Kawhi Leonard. It's Kawhi. So I'm really trying to see how this is going to work. But for me, I thought teams that were right there, you make a move to attempt to get you over the hump. I don't understand why Cleveland did this. Like I said, Fabian made a good point. 48 hours, or is this a move for the future? We had to get off Garland anyway. Okay, we get James Harden as a rental. Right. You get James Harden as a rental. You let him go. That free up some money. Now you could make another big move, I guess. I don't know. But for me, kudos to James Harden. Because if somebody get this nigga $80 million for 2 years, Lord have mercy. I'm cursing my whole family out. Ain't none of us was able to grow to be 6'4" and get in the league. Motherfuckers.
KNICKS Rehab.